The December content update in Pokemon GO just dropped, and the first month of the Dual Destiny season is bringing us Gigantamax Lapras, the mythical Pokemon Genesect, this time with the Chill Drive, as well as the Pokemon debut for Sinistea. We'll also get some new Dynamax capable Pokemon coming into Max battles. Mega Latios and Latias are returning to legendary Mega Raids, and we'll have some big opportunities to earn a lot of Stardust. So let's dig into December 2024 in Pokemon GO. Starting off with Max Battles coming up this month. When considering upcoming Dynamax Max Battles, keep the next Gigantamax Pokemon in mind. Will any of these Dynamax Pokemon help me in the next Gigantamax raid? Because those raids are very difficult, and I want to make sure I'm prepared. In this case, we already know that Gigantamax Lapras is coming to a Max Battle Day later on this month. Lapras is a Water-Ice dual type. This makes it weak to Grass, Electric, Fighting, and Rock. We do have Machop being released in its Dynamax form this month. Machamp as a good fighting type might be something worth focusing on here. Machamp does have a Gigantamax form, which will do way more damage than the Dynamax form, so that's also something to keep in mind. We also did just get Gigantamax and Dynamax Toxtricity. Those electric types will be good here for Lapras. So with that in mind, let's go through the Dynamax battles coming up in December. From December 3rd through the 9th, we'll have Machop, Beldum, Wooloo, and Phalanx. Dynamax Beldum is also coming back during this period. Dynamax Metagross has continued to prove itself as a great Dynamax Pokemon in these Gigantamax battles. It was a staple in Gigantamax Gengar. I also used it against Gigantamax Toxtricity. It's very tanky. It's also a top steel type, even outside of the Dynamax system. I have a 14, 15, 14 Dynamax Metagross fully maxed out. If you don't already have a good Dynamax Metagross, here's another chance to work on that. From December 9th to 23rd, we'll have Dynamax Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Krabby, and Skwovet. Grass type moves are super effective against Gigantamax Lapras. We do have Bulbasaur in Dynamax battles. However, if you did Gigantamax Venusaur, or if you can trade for a Gigantamax Venusaur, that will be preferred here as it'll do a lot more damage. Dynamax Venusaur might be a good option if you don't have access to Gmax. Krabby is a newly available Dynamax capable Pokemon. This water type's evolution Kingler also has a Gigantamax form, so this is something even if I got a hundo, I probably wouldn't invest in right away, knowing that we could eventually get Gigantamax Kingler, which will do more damage. From December 23rd to January 6th, we'll have Krabby again, Cryogonal, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. Cryogonal is a newly available Dynamax capable Pokemon. This is an Ice type Pokemon with no Gigantamax form. Ice type moves are super effective against Fire, Fighting, Rock, and Steel. So having a Dynamax capable Ice type could be a nice thing to add into your team. On Mondays throughout the month of December, we'll continue to have the new event type Max Mondays. So on Monday, December 2nd, we'll have Squirtle. December 9th, we'll have Krabby. December 16th will be Charmander. December 23rd will be Cryogonal. December 30th, Bulbasaur. Next, let's take a look at the raids coming up for the month of December. Let's break it down week by week. From December 3rd to December 12th, we'll have Genesect with the Chill Drive coming into 5-star raids. Genesect is a great bug type raid attacker. However, bug types are often out DPS'd by other types. Just generally, other types are stronger than bug types. For example, Bug is super effective against Psychic, but Ghost and Dark type moves are also super effective against Psychic, meaning Dawnwing's Necrozma and Tyranitar are also viable options when you're up against a Psychic type raid boss, and they're going to do way more damage than Genesect or any other bug type really. Genesect is a mythical Pokemon, meaning it cannot be traded. Its shiny will be available with shiny odds of 1 in 20. It's got a pretty cool looking shiny form, but remember, you can't be lucky swapping or trading these around. During this same time frame, the 3rd through the 12th, we'll have Mega Banette in Mega Raids. Mega Banette was just in Mega Raids, so I'm not exactly sure why they're bringing it back again. I would like to see something new or something that hasn't been around in a while, like Mega Blastoise or maybe Mega Pinsir or something like that. But Mega Banette is a great Ghost type raid attacker, so if you missed it when it was around earlier this year in fall, this is a great chance to get one of these. Genesect will have 2 raid hours, Wednesday, December 4th and Wednesday, December 11th, 6 to 7 p.m. local time. If you're into remote raids, our Discord has a very lively remote raiding community, so hop in the Ditto-Base Discord at discord.gg/Ditto-Base to join and host remote raids, show off your best catches, your best shinies, and just find a great community of other Pokemon Go players. From December 12th to 19th, Mega Latios will be in Mega Legendary Raids. These are not your typical Mega Raids. Think of these more like the Primal Raids that we just had for Wild Area. So Mega Latios and Latias, you're looking at 7+ trainers to take these down. More trainers if you're lower level or you're unsure. Mega Latios is the third best overall Psychic type with Zen, Headbutt, and Psychic. It's also the 13th best Psychic type even as a non-Mega, so this is a great Psychic type to have on your Go team. Mega Latios will have a raid hour on December 18th. Right after Latios, we'll get Latias. So from December 19th to December 26th, Mega Latias will be in Legendary Mega Raids. Latias is ranked slightly lower than Latios. It is the 6th best overall Psychic type raid attacker. Essentially, we're trading a little bit of the attack stat in exchange for some more bulk and defense stat. So it's going to do a little bit less damage, but it might stay alive a little bit longer. I think both of these are great Psychic type Pokemon to have. Mega Latias will also get a raid hour. This one will be right on Christmas Day, December 25th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. I usually make it out for every single raid hour. I can't remember the last one I missed. It was months and months ago. I might miss this raid hour because it is on Christmas. So I'll be trying to prioritize Latias raids outside of the raid hour. Closing out the raids in the month of December, we'll have Giratina, but this time it'll be the altered form. Giratina altered form is better in the Master League than the origin form that we had just a few weeks ago. So if there's any Master League PvPers out there, this Giratina is the one you're going to want. Accompanying Giratina will be a Mega Abomasnow in Mega Raids, also from the 26th to the 4th. Giratina altered form will have a raid hour on New Year's Day, January 1st from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. Shadow Regice will be in Shadow Raids during weekends. So these will be 5-star legendary Shadow Raids, only available Saturdays and Sundays in the month of December. Shadow Regice is the 20th best Ice type raid attacker, but it's outclassed by much more accessible Pokemon like Mamoswine, Satitan, and even Glaceon. The shiny will be available with shiny odds of 1 in 20. However, this is one of those Pokemon that the shiny form is almost identical to its non-shiny form. So it's not the best Ice type raid attacker. It's not the coolest shiny. This Shadow Raid weekend boss is kind of forgettable. I'll probably do one if I see one, if I'm out for another event. Maybe on Gigantamax Lapras Battle Day, if our group walks past one, I'll do one for the Dex entry. I wouldn't mind having a Shadow Shiny, but this is not something I'm going to be focusing on in December. Let's take a look at the spotlight hours for the month of December. On December 3rd, Sableye with double Stardust, starting the month off with a bang here in the Spotlight Hour category. Sableye is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon, granting 750 Stardust per catch. With our double Stardust bonus, that means we'll have 1500 Stardust per catch if you got a Star Piece running, and you should definitely run a Star Piece if you're going to play this. 20 to 50 Stardust per catch. If you're focused the whole hour and using the quick catch method, you could get 300 plus catches within the hour. That is 675,000 Stardust in 1 hour, give or take. If you can only play one Spotlight Hour this month, I think this is probably the one you should play, especially if you need Dust. And be honest, who doesn't need Dust? December 10th, we'll have Murkrow with double catch XP. December 17th, we'll have Slugma and Bergmite with double catch candy. December 24th, Christmas Eve, we'll have Delibird wearing a holiday ribbon with double transfer candy. The shiny for this costume Delibird will be available. So this is another one I want to call out because shiny hunting the costume Pokemon is always a fun thing to do. I also want to keep in mind the double transfer candy here. So that's the 24th, December 24th, Spotlight Hour, double transfer candy. A few days before this, the 21st and the 22nd, we will have the December Community Day. And the December Community Day is a 2-day event from 2 to 5 p.m. We'll look at the details a little bit later in the video, but it's going to feature Pokemon from the last 2 years of Community Days. They'll all be spawning throughout the 2-day event. My point here is if you need any candy for any of these Calm Day Pokemon, don't transfer them right away. Hold them just a day or two until the double transfer candy Spotlight Hour so you can maximize your candy for some of these Community Day Pokemon. And some of the Community Day Pokemon over the last 2 years were quite good. Things like Bagon and Beldum. So if you need candy for any of those, keep this in mind. Togetic will be the Spotlight Hour on December 31st. This will be New Year's Eve. A lot of events falling on holidays this December. I guess it's kind of unavoidable given how many events we have now. Anyways, Togetic with double evolution XP on December 31st. Togekiss is a great budget fairy type raid attacker. It's also good in the Master League, so this is a good opportunity to get some Togekiss candy and potentially one with good IVs worth powering up. December events in Pokemon Go. From December 3rd to the 7th, we'll have an event called Just My Cup of Tea. This is probably going to be focused around Sinistee, which we know is getting its Pokemon Pokemon Go debut this month. December 7th, we'll have a research day, Aspiring Dragons Research Day. This is a good opportunity for Shiny Horsey, Trapinch, Swablu, and Skrelp. It's also a great opportunity to work on your Pokemon Ranger Medal, which requires you to get 2,500 research tasks completed. Then on December 8th, we'll have Gigantamax Lapras Max Battle Day. This event will be from 2 to 5 p.m., so just a 3-hour Gigantamax Battle Day. We'll have double the amount of max particles able to be collected for a total of 1,600. We'll also get increased particles from all the ways we can get particles. So swiping the power spots or the Adventure Sync rewards will have bonus particles rewarded. Gmax Lapras will be in all power spots, which is really nice. Our group had a little bit of trouble planning a route for Gigantamax Toxtricity during Wild Area. Because there were so many other Pokemon taking up power spots, it was hard to find walkable power spots with Gmax Toxtricity. There was Drillbur, Excadrill, Toxtricity, etc. So with Lapras, we'll have every power spot will be filled with Gmax Lapras, making it much easier for local communities to plan a route for the 3 hours. This event will also introduce the Max Mushrooms. Essentially, Max Mushrooms are pay some coins, do more damage. I think this is a great addition to the game. Yes, it's a little bit pay to win. However, if you have a small community, this might be your only option. This is a great way for those smaller communities to still get some Gigantamax battles in. December 10th through the 14th, we'll have the Young and the Wise event. We don't have any details here, but maybe baby Pokemon, young. I don't know. Do we have any old Pokemon? Grandpa? We'll have to wait and see what the details are for that event. December 14th is Necrozma Fusion Raid Day. This is an event I definitely want to highlight. This is an important event for anyone who missed Necrozma during Go Fest 2024 earlier this year. Fused Necrozma, Duskmane Necrozma, and Dawnwings Necrozma are extremely powerful in the game right now. I have 2 of each fully maxed out. They are just so strong in PvE and also useful in the Master League. So these are Pokemon you definitely want to have. Don't miss Necrozma Fusion Raid Day. December 14th, we'll have a 20 remote raid limit. So shout out to the DittoBase Discord again, discord.gg/DittoBase. I'll be hosting, I'll be joining. We'll have a bunch of other people doing the same. Also, the shiny odds will be boosted during this event. Legendary shiny odds are already pretty good at 1 in 20, so I imagine this means they're going to go down to 1 in 10. This is going to be a great opportunity to get a bunch of Necrozma Fusion energy, but also shiny Necrozma. December 17th through the 22nd, we'll have the Holiday Part 1. Holidays in Pokemon Go are always such a great time. Looking back on some of the older holiday events, in 2022, we had the Mega Glalie debut. In 2023, we had the Citadel and Cetitan debut, as well as Costume Pikachu debut. So I assume that this year will be no different. We'll get something debuting this holiday season. It could be costume Pokemon, it could be a new Mega, it could be a new Pokemon maybe from Gen 8 or even Gen 9. We'll have to wait and see. And then December 21st and 22nd will be the December Community Day. And remember, December Community Days are 2-day events featuring Pokemon over the last 2 years of Community Days. While it is a 2-day event, it is only for the standard 3 hours during those days. So from 2 to 5 p.m. on Saturday, and then from 2 to 5 p.m. again on Sunday. Then from the 22nd through the 27th, we'll have the Holiday Part 2 event. On December 29th, we'll have a Hatch event, Charged Embers Hatch Day. Hatch events are not always, but often centered around baby Pokemon, so we could see Elekid or Magby, or it could be something else entirely. We'll have to wait and see. And then to close out 2024, from the 30th through January 1st, we'll have New Year's 2025 in Pokemon Go. We'll probably get a costume debut of some sort, maybe some short-term different raids added in to the raid pool. Last year we had half egg hatch distance, so we'll probably get something different this year. We'll have to see. So that wraps up December in Pokemon Go and concludes the year of 2024. The Dual Destiny season looks awesome. I'm super excited for the return of Zekrom and Reshiram. Unova Tour already looks pretty exciting as well. I'm trying to make it out to LA, but we'll see. If not, I'll definitely be at least playing the global tour and certainly live streaming part of it. Don't forget to go get a hat and maybe some fingerless gloves for the cold season in Pokemon Go. It's not going to stop me from getting out there and playing and attending some of these events. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.